Claret Jug going to 24-year-old, first time ever, first time he's ever played on a course in the UK. And boy, did he do us all proud. So, Tony, let's go through our little routine, our pre-post, during, and post routine of what happened at last weekend's amazing show. I mean, I was just spellbound by it all. I don't know about you. What were your thoughts?
Well, the interesting thing for me, I think, Neville, was how good these players are actually getting. You know, years ago, I mean, I started playing golf really mid to late 70s. And as we know, the big players at the time were the likes of Nicklaus, Trevino, Watson, Weierskopf. You know, all those players were pitching up at tournaments, and there was maybe 10 or 12 guys could win an event. You know, Nicklaus is well documented in walking around the car park going, that guy's talking about how strong the wind's blowing, and he's talking about how fast the greens are.
Cross.
I've got him beat. You look at a tournament now, and there's so many new names up at the top of the leaderboard. You know, just the fact that you occupy maybe one of the 10 or 15 or 20 slots as being the best player in the world counts for not a great deal these days, because the guys behind them, these young guys coming through, are so good. I mean, I watched players playing in the Scottish Open the week before and the week before that in Ireland. And these guys are seriously good golfers. And all they need is they're waiting for that break. They're waiting to hold that putt, to hold that chip. And we're going to see some really, really new names hitting the heights very, very soon. None more so, as you quite rightly said, from, you know, Colin Morikawa. He's debuted in 2 majors and he's won 2 majors. That's kind of fairly. If we're measuring things on KPIs, he's doing pretty well at the moment.
Well. Yeah, I'd retire while he's ahead, you know. But the best is yet to come, though. I mean, that's the interesting thing.
I mean, the guy's 24 years old. He's amazing. And it was just interesting, you know, reading the papers beforehand, you know, the bits around social media, seeing how difficult they'd made the golf course. You know, it's been quite a while since I've seen rough kind of that long at an Open Championship golf course. Obviously, here in the UK, we've had an amazing year for that, because we've had spells of warm, wet weather. So the rough has got really, really lush. I think you'd have to go back to probably all the players dubbed as Carnasty when the Open made a visit up to the Dundee area many years ago, and the wind and the rain blew. And I think links golf is at its best when the wind blows, and maybe when the rain comes down, but certainly when the wind blows.
When the wind blows, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get that. Certainly, the weekend was very, very benign. But the wind did blow a bit on Thursday, Friday, and it just sorts out the men from the boys. You really see the players who can cope. And it's not, we know well, it's not just coping with swinging the club and hitting the ball well. It's coping with what happens when you swing that club and when you either hit it well or when you don't hit it well. And it's how you process that information after you've hit that shot, dealing with ups and downs. You can hit a great shot on a links course and be straight down the middle of the fairway. And listening to Ken Brown on the BBC commentary, a lot of these fairways are kind of raised in the middle. So you could hit it straight down the middle and bounce into the rough. But you could hit it down the side and you'll stay on the fairway. So being precise is exactly what was needed. So, you know, are you going to draw it into a slope or fade it into a slope? And how is that slope going to influence what's happening to the golf ball? And if you can manage those things, more importantly, I think it's so important to manage yourself well in the days up to the event in preparation. So the guys would have turned up maybe on Saturday or Sunday. Practice rounds would have started Monday and Tuesday. how they're preparing for what's happening is going to determine who's going to be successful come Sunday night and picking up that famous claret jug in the 149th Open. And I think that's key, really. All of that preparation. It doesn't start on the Thursday morning. It started days and potentially weeks before that in terms of how you're preparing yourself physically and, more importantly, mentally for what's going to happen over the course of those days.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it doesn't happen overnight.